See shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? I lost the light, losing your eyes. How come you don't let it shine? I see shadow, it's all I know. Tell me now, where did you go? Tell me now, where did you go?
These. So I'm trying out different spreads and things, and I'm also bored. So I'm doing readings. And this spread is funny, but I'm sure someone out there will resonate with it. But this is the ultimate third-party situation spread. You know what I'm saying? You know? It's life, man. It happens. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right in. The first card that we have is how this person feels for you, if Princess could turn it over. And BTW, don't judge my chip nails. No, I'm not going to tell you which ones they are. And don't you be looking Virgos. Anyway, so what are their feelings for you? We have the Fool card. So they desire a new beginning and a fresh start, clean slate with you. Now, what are their true feelings for the other person? The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So they feel very stuck in a rut, you know, feeling like, oh man, that's real bad. Feeling stuck in a rut and feeling, the first thing I wanted to say was jinxed or like cursed, but not like in a black magic kind of way. But you know, like when you feel like a person is just like a curse, you know what I'm saying? So in other words, you compared to the other person, you know, you're looking pretty good. I guess that's a good thing. I don't know. Anyway, next card that we have is, what do they want from you? Oh, this is interesting. They want to end conflict and fights, any type of one-upmanship you guys had going on, any fighting of a losing battle. And I'm getting a whole narrative with this, more or less a person seeing the error of their ways of, how do I say that? It's like a person, okay, if you're in an argument with someone, it's like sometimes when you win, you lose. So it's like them seeing that them winning was actually a loss for them, if that makes sense. What they want from the other person, oh good Lord, poor Tink Tink. I feel like they want to be let go because, and I don't know why I'm getting the vibe. Oh, man. Man. I'm getting a vibe with this. If this feels like, oh God, I can't even believe it's about to come out of my mouth. This situation feels a little karmic-y. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a little karmic-y vibe going on here. You know what I'm saying? You know? But what they want from the other person, the word that I felt is release. Because I'm seeing the Queen of Wands in reverse as an actual like person, and the person that they are is not very nice. They're very angry. They're very aggressive, you know? So I think what they would want is for this person to not be this way. This kind of feels like a situation where, I don't know. It feels almost like someone taking a person for granted, to be quite honest. You know, that's me kind of reaching, but that's legit the vibe that I'm getting. Oh, goodness, that's karmic-y. It's very nice. Anywho, so what is the recent, why do I always say recent future? Immediate. What does the immediate future look like for you guys? Oh, it's sadness. Sadness, and I feel like soul searching. Hopefully nobody has to go to therapy. What do the next 3 months hold for the other person. Wow, release. That's a good thing. Hopefully the soul searching, hopefully, that's opening up and cleansing feelings, but it's a release. And with this, I felt like release from this person and what it's looking like. So I would say immediate future. Yeah, you could say within the next, 30 to 90 days, there's going to be a sense of release. And kind of seeing all of these together, this kind of does make me feel like this is a, I don't want to say it indefinitely, but it does sound a little karmic. I'm just saying. Y'all know that makes my skin crawl. But it does kind of feel like that because it feels like the wheels turned. So it's almost like at one point in time, this person seemed like this, and you felt like you were here at the bottom of the wheel, and it felt like, they were holding on tightly to this, person. But it's almost like this person knew their time was running out, and now it has. Y'all have been asking me to do a twin flame reading for I don't even know how long, and I feel like Spirit hit me with the okie doke, and y'all accidentally got one because I'm petty, and I thought a third party reading was gonna be tea. Y'all got me in here reading for situations like this and whatnot. It's not funny, Spirit. No, it's not. But anyway, next we're looking at how will your communication be? We have the Hermit in reverse. I feel like this is the end of, we could look at this two ways, to be quite honest. It's a possibility, like ideally, this is best case scenario. Ideally, I would want to say that it's, the two of you digging deep and speaking from a place of authenticity. But realistically, we're talking about repeating the same mistakes that you guys have in the past when it comes to communication. But I'm going to go ahead and clarify that just to be sure. Okay. Well, that came out in the reverse, but y'all know I read these in the upright because they already reversed. We're not going through that today, but it's going to be clarity. So ideally, yes. The hope would be, so this may be like my little heads up to you now. Don't repeat past mistakes and how it is that y'all communicate with each other, right? Because I feel like that's one of the valuable lessons that we're supposed to be learned in all of this. So it's more or less communicating from a place of authenticity and truth from your heart space, from your spirit, man, and allowing that communication to be clear, not holding back, speaking one's truth, right? Whatever it is that has been left unspoken, it's having the courage to speak that truth, right? So will they let the other person go? Oh, God. Y'all are going to love this. Y'all are going to love this. We got the Five of Wands in reverse. It's an end to conflict. That's looking like a yeah, my friend. It's looking like a yeah. Are you excited? I feel like someone's like right now, and I think that's so darned adorable. Yeah, man. It's a release because this, whenever the Five of Wands in reverse, that's like harmony. Did I just say harmony? Oh my God, what's happening to my life? Harmony. I cannot talk right now. But it's a success, and it's everything being, I'm not going to say everything, but it's a resolution to conflicts, put it that way. I'm not going to say all y'all problems are solved, but, putting that within the context of the question, are they going to let the other person go? That seems like that is going to be a yes. Will the person commit? Whoa, we have the Star. That also would seem to be a yes. Somebody is getting really bucked up right now, and I am so happy for you. Like, I cannot even, I know you extra bucked up. Like, I knew it. I love your face. So, what is going to be their outcome? They're coming to make you an offer. God damn it, dude. I feel like I got hit with the okie doke, and I am so mad right now. Spirit. Spirit. Anyway, the outcome between the two of you, the end of a third party situation. You gotta be joking right now, son. This is hilarious. God damn it. Okay. Well, all right. Okay. All right. I'm gonna throw the dice of resonance. I was reaching for my romance angels, but then I saw the dice of resonance. You know what? I want to add an extra thing in here. Hold on 1 second. This is so funny. This is so funny. I cannot even deal right now. So one piece of advice that I'll say, because apparently, and I'll just go ahead and throw it in here because it feels like it. You know what I'm saying? I got to listen to my own intuition. I just think this is hilarious. I can't even say how it is. What are you going to do at 12 a.m. reading? Well, here you go. Merry Christmas. It happened accidentally. This was not my intention, but it happened. I don't know if I want to take that because I wasn't thinking about anything. But all in all, one thing that I will say that's of utmost importance and why I'm pulling 2 cards from here, which is my new deck that I absolutely love and adore. You know what I'm saying? But I want to say in reference to communication patterns, past tense, a mistake that I can say that you guys have made on a regular basis, it's more or less not speaking your truth, but I feel it's more out of a place of fear. And I feel that's something that I think both of you are going to have to work on, you know, whether that's individually or collectively, you know, but I want you guys to focus on that. So when this person clearly comes back with this offer, my advice would be is to speak your truth and to kind of, you know, air your dirty laundry in a sense. I would assume that the word is, or the term or phrase or whatever the word is for it, is speaking from a place of authenticity. So anything that's been left unsaid, it would be imperative to say it and not to allow fear of speaking your truth to inhibit that truth from being spoken, because I feel that's been a lot of the issue, is a lack thereof of speaking one's truth, right? Especially, like I said, if this is a third party type of thing that's going on, clearly if there's an end to the third party situation, you know what I'm saying? Then I would say that, not saying that that's the source of this, but I mean, if you know that this is actually happening, and of course this is your situation, but, you know, communicating from an authentic place and not so much from like a defensive place of like, I know what you was doing type of stuff, but you know, any type of truth that you want. So I'm going to pick 2 cards for any additional lessons you guys need to work on in reference to this partnership that could assist. So Spirit, can we please get 2 cards for the 2 people involved in this situation, whether they're soulmates, twins, or whatever, because I know that'll make people happy. We got our Karmic right there. It's so funny. Oh man, releasing their death grip. Goddamn, Spirit then came in and turned the wheel. Okay, let me stop. I'm being so extra right now. Oh god, it's hilarious. Okay, let's see. What lessons do they need to learn to assist them moving forward? Because looking at the Queen of Swords reversed, that's like the energy that I was feeling over here. It's, you know, Queen of Swords in reverse is like Ice Queen. You know what I'm saying? And something, this is actually helpful. This is something that Spirit has been pointing out to me all day. I mean, from commercials I watch to, you know, just different things I've seen. It's almost like Spirit's been pinpointing certain people to me. And it's people who react in defense or like shut down, right? So it's kind of like if a person gets, you know, bad news, it's them like, I don't even care anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, I'm done. I'm through. Like, whatever, bump them. I don't care, you know? And Spirit's been pointing that out a lot to me today specifically, in reference to how that's, you know, a self-protection mechanism. So, and then it's like, I'm looking on YouTube and literally it was like a episode of Ayanla Fix My Life. And I'm just seeing very clearly today how people's defensive walls go up. And that was very insightful, but I feel the need to bring that up now, seeing this Queen of Swords in reverse in reference to how you guys are communicating. It's more or less seeing communicating from a vulnerable place as like a weakness or a not safe space, you know, or not feeling it's a safe space to communicate your truth. But it's more or less there's a need within the connection for that to happen in order for there to be any growth or any forward movement, right? Let me get this last card so I don't keep y'all here forever. Well, holy spadoodles. And this is the other one that fell over. And that's the Eight of Swords. Good old mental prison. The Judgment card, the Queen of Swords in reverse. So I'm going to read from the little bucket here. And looking at the Judgment, this is, of course, you know, resurrection. You know what I'm saying? Being called to a higher state of being, ascending to a new level. And it's more or less, to me, it's calling bullshit on this. It's the fact that responding in this Ice Queen sort of way, whether you're male or female, is pseudo strength, right? It's the fear of vulnerability. It's the fear of communicating one's truth, or fear of rejection. With the Hermit reverse, that's saying to me that one's truth is always shrouded. It's always a half truth that's spoken. And that's a consistent pattern that's being repeated. And with the Judgment card, Spirit is calling bullshit on that. So it's more or less it's time to melt the ice, because there's no hope in things shifting or being able to connect with a person on a deeper level. And it's like, and then I'm getting like huge intuitive vibes and all of that stuff, you know, your good old telepathic communication and things, you know what I'm saying? But, and then that even makes me think about the Four of Pentacles as well, because it's like when we shut off one facet of ourself, you know, so if you have resistance to a person or an aversion to a person or any form of negativity or what have you, that ultimately cuts us off from Spirit, because we're stepping out of flow and inadvertently stagnating ourselves, right? As well as not trusting your intuition and allowing yourself to get too much in a headspace, right? But anywho, let's get to what Tori says about these good old cards and things, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how much I like my personal development decks. Let's see, Heather. Where are you, Queen of Swords? Donde está? Don't talk about me, y'all. Here we go. The cold truth. The Queen is not alone or uncaring. Her furry companions betray her internal warmth. She has the ability to face any adversity and can cut off all ties if necessary. I don't need nobody. In the reverse, this card speaks of bitterness, vindictiveness, revenge, and viciousness, which is the energy I was telling you to not react in, you know? So the meditation says, step back and ask one of your relatives to come forward and to speak to you. What did you learn from this aspect of yourself? Can you see any new ideas? What have you created from this information? Contemplation. Decisiveness is necessary to create anything. Remember, we procrastinate when we care. Release attachment and move forward. Release attachment to any past ideas or past judgments. So how I did that there? All right, Judgment. The Fool summons gratitude. The Fool again appears in angel's wings. She now knows that judgment is discernment. Didn't I talk about intuition here? She recognizes that at times her own judgment faltered, yet she has consistently self-corrected and found her way. Self-correct. We're talking about systems theory here. Okay, my nerd's coming out. 7th chakra message. Having reached the 7th chakra, the Fool is now a vessel of clarity for the universal good. When we live in mastery, we honor those who taught us how to live. This is not a place of forgiveness, rather a place of raised consciousness. Self-forgiveness takes place in the 4th chakra and below. Here, the work is complete and acceptance owns this energy. Indication. You are more than magnetizing your dreams. You are creating light for yourself and others. The student has become the master. Well, goddamn son of a gun. Keywords. Wisdom, improvement, appreciation, realization, release, harmony, acceptance, and unity. When I say calling to a higher state of being, that's what the heck that is. And I look at it for the both of you, right? So this is like a healing that needs to take place, right? Of self-compassion, self-forgiveness, right? In order for one to exist in this state. And then with the 8 of Swords. I'm being so extra tonight, you guys. I hope you guys are going to be happy for this reading. Let's see. 8 of Swords. Self-imprisonment. There is both vulnerability, didn't I say that word? And safety in her captivity. Are her thoughts keeping her in a place of an uncertain future, or does she have an inner dread of starting over? Chakra message. While being stuck feels real, it may be time to challenge old ideas. Perhaps these circumstances were created by family patterns. Can you source it and clear it? Indication. The swords here represent the mind preventing movement and joy. What could you do with the power of all of those swords if you did not use them to trap yourself? Keywords: drama, stagnation, a dilemma, inner turmoil, blame, judgment, and consequences. Very interesting. So these are the things that I feel are most important for you guys to work on. This is what you're most certainly aspiring to, is to exist in this state of being a higher level of consciousness that is above your good old 3D stuff, right? Or being stuck in a 3D mindset. These are 2 areas that most certainly need to be worked on. It's being trapped in a mental prison based on past fears. And I feel like these past fears, because we have the Queen of Swords here, can very much be related to a parental figure, specifically a mother, who was kind of an ice queen and may not have been emotionally nurturing. In the event that that is true, if you go on my Instagram page, I have a really great book for that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I feel like that's an issue that may have been faced by both of you, which explains this. Attuning. Oh my God, I'm choking. Somebody's not speaking their truth. Oh my word. Talk about throat chakra problems. It's legit like my throat just went completely dry. Is it that complicated? To speak honestly? Probably is. I totally understand. So anywho, with this parental figure, if you weren't emotionally nurtured as a kid, it's a need to offer that to yourself in the present. Oh, y'all are killing me. And that's done through learning the skill of self-compassion, right? It's how we nurture ourselves and parent ourselves and reverse the effects of not being emotionally nurtured as a child. Now, I say that because in the midst of this, Jesus, your intuition can act as a guide. And it's going to be a light that's leading you here, because this is the ultimate goal, right? For you to exist in this state, or to operate from this state of higher consciousness. But going through your process, like what this card says, it's going back to this and confronting this. So specifically honing in on these communication patterns that have been less than stellar in this connection, right? Whew, this is very soulmate-like. Aside from just utilizing your intuition, it's breaking those maladaptive communication patterns that are rooted in the past tense, right? That are directly correlated with a lack thereof of vulnerability. So 9 times out of 10, this is a false core belief that having feelings or emotions or expressing them are considered a weakness, right? So it's more or less enacting pseudo power, control, domination, anger, and things of the sort, or like this one-upmanship energy, in order to get one's needs met, because one, as a child, probably witnessed a mother figure, or it could be a father figure, but I really feel maternal figure. They watch them do that. They watch them manipulate to get needs met. But the key is here, that's done out of fear. And notice the swords cards, meaning that this is all ego, right? So it's a fear of showing up authentically, because it's a fear if one were to truly communicate what their needs were in a vulnerable way, that they would be rejected. So in order to get my needs met, I need to scheme, I need to connive. Inadvertently, why this person, and if we're talking about this in the framework of like twin flame karmics and all that jazz, you know, this would be the definition of what a karmic partner would be. It would be the fact that a person's own dysfunction, right, own desire to draw someone into their life that's much like their parental figure, you know, that's what the draw would be. That would be the proverbial, you know, karmic tie and all of that good stuff, right? So learning the lesson is seeing how, you know, unhappiness is forged with this, because this isn't the type of person that I want. It's making that connection of like, wow, these are two sides of the same coin here. This is the same way that my parental figure was. That's the reason why I was drawn to a person like this, right? But the key to things shifting, despite them, you know, being released from this, you know, despite all of that, there's still work to be done between the two of you, right? And that's communicating clearly and being vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Getting out of the ego space. And that's going to require things as self-forgiveness and so on and so forth. So we can be excited at the fact of this person leaving or being released, but that's just half the battle. There's still work that needs to be done. You feel what I'm saying? So, my sweet precious, that has been your third party spirit tricked me into doing a sort of kind of a little bit twin flame reading, soulmate, divine partnership. I don't know what y'all calling it these days, okay? I don't know what it is. But anyway, / karmic, false twin, I don't know. I'm just throwing everything in here, goddamn. I'm so confused now. I mean, not really, but you feel me. They got so much terminology going on around, y'all. Got me looking at my own book confused. But I love your freaking face. And I'll see you guys sooner than later. Deuces.
Energy, about to get in and fuck up the industry.